Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Welcome back to week 1, or actually week 0 of the MB podcast. I know you guys missed us. I've been getting a lot of texts from everybody. Oh my God, Tawfiq, the podcast was the highlight of my week, blah, 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 blah. Don't worry, bro. Your prayers have been answered. I'm here.
Alhamdulillah.
For anybody that this is their first time watching, I'm Tawfiq Hamza. This is Ahmad Abbasi. Typically, there is a Hassan Shaban somewhere around here. He's unfortunately unable to make it. He heard he was playing Abdul Hadi this week and kind of went and hid under his covers. Not a shocker for anybody that knows who Abdul Hadi is. So, before we even start off, I want to salim to all the new viewers, all the new players in the league. Inshallah, you guys have an amazing experience. If you guys ever need anything, you guys could always ask us. You guys could always ask Jaime, Bilal Abbasi, Madik Zubair, anybody else on the staff. We're here to make your experience as great as possible. And another thing we really want to highlight before we even get into the players and everything is the league's motive or their mission for this year. And this year, obviously, I'm sure you guys know, it's been splattered all over social media, and it's been the topic of conversation for all of us is what's going on in Palestine. And the league is trying its best to show awareness by, as you guys noticed, typically we have different team names. This year, it's all team names from Palestine and from cities in Palestine.
Yep.
So, for example, I'm Bireh and Ahmad is Jerusalem. So that's as an example. And the website isn't updated yet because this was a little bit last minute. But when the website is updated and you click on your team name, there is going to be a little paragraph of explaining and just a little bit of history about the city. So please take the time to read that and just educate yourself a little bit more on what's going on in Palestine. And from so on and so forth, Ahmad is going to speak a little bit more about the mission.
If you are Palestinian and you notice that there are a few cities that, especially you're from, personally I'm from Silwan, which is in Jerusalem, that are not on here, we try to, there's however many cities, we tried our best to include those that have been under siege or whatnot recently, so don't take any offense or anything by that. So what we did was, so I'm sure you guys saw with the bid that we did, the auction that we did for the team names. Try your alhamdulillah, it worked out great. It was a great success, but try your best to donate on the side more as you can. We're partnered with PCRF this season, so that option is there for you. There are other options outside. You could come to, especially Hassan Shah. He'll be in charge of that for the most part, so you could go ask him. Where else you guys could donate in their cause. We all know what's going on over there. It's honestly a horrible situation. We see pictures and videos day in and day out, and it's honestly, it's one of the worst circumstances you could possibly be in. So please feel with them. We're going to start every podcast reminding you guys. We're going to put the link in the description of the podcast. I'll make sure to do it because someone doesn't know how to, but so it'll always be there to go back to. Please donate generously. All right. To get into... Oh, and one more thing I want to mention. We are going to be holding Aisha Jama'ah, so congregational Aisha prayer every week before the first game, so around 7:15, 7:20. So if you have your game at 7:30, do your best to come early and get the bigger Jama'ah, more ajr, more deeds.
You guys can make that for your free throw shooting because I know it's guard. So let's get into it. And what a coincidence. First team on the list is Bireh. I know you guys have been waiting for the return. I know everybody that's just started the league a year ago is oh my God, I just know Tawfiq is coach. Oh my God, Tawfiq's knee. That's the only thing that we talk about. Tawfiq's a cripple. Tawfiq limps. Tawfiq can't walk. Well, guess what? Alhamdulillah, after years of rehab, getting metal in my leg, whatever else you need it, the return is back. I still got some juice in my legs.
Hey, I will say, I'm glad Tawfiq actually did it seriously, because now he has no excuses. Let me tell you, today we were just playing each other. Best out of 3, your boy took it. So, get ready for all the excuses. This knee, get out of here, bro. If he's holding his knee, it's fake. Don't believe it, bro. Unless he's actually serious.
Shabab, greatness takes time. Greatness takes time.
Yeah, all right, bro. Yeah.
But to go through the Bireh roster, it'll be yours truly, Tawfiq Hamza, Amir Hassan, who's an MB vet. He's played a couple of seasons. Mustafa Barakat, also MB vet.
The warm-up king.
Warm-up god himself. Can't miss a 3. Some people call him Baby Ray Allen in the warm-ups. He's also played a few seasons, also is on the MB staff. Muhammad Zubaydi is an MB newcomer. He's the X Factor on our squad. He just came from Arizona a couple months ago, and he's also Mustafa's cousin.
Don't be shocked by his stature, his big frame.
He's a big dude, bro.
He doesn't play like a big man.
He's 6'4", 6'5". He's got a strap, so it's gonna be interesting to watch him play in his first ever season. Hopefully, he could learn some things from big bro Mustafa Barakat. Obviously, we got Shafiq Aitane, champion of last year's DPOI of last year. Killer crossover, baby Jamal Crawford. He's been averaging 15 points a game in the league for at least 8 seasons, basically. And then we have the passion merchant himself, Ahmed Suki. Everybody's favorite Jets fan.
This team is
the
basically
final
a
of the
joke.
roster.
One big joke.
And last but not least is our free agent, Mohamed Al Hindi, who's new to the league. He's 16, 17. He has a lot of potential, and he's
good player,
inshallah, he's going to be very good.
He'll grow.
So, overall, I really like my squad. Obviously, there's going to be some bias, so I'd like to see what Omar says. But I think we have. Oh, and of course, Amir Koyas, wherever he is.
I wasn't sure if you mentioned.
I was reading him. I was reading his name, and I was like, bro, where's Amir Koyas? But yeah, Amir Koyas, everybody knows him. 3-time champ.
One of the most solid players in the league.
Most solid players in the league. Gives us shwayat veteran presence because me and Amir could get off the rail sometimes. I just want to take shots. So I think we have a pretty squad. The starting 5 would most likely be me, Amir Hassan, Shafiq, Amir Koyas, and Mohamed Az-Zubaydi. We can all dribble the ball. We can all handle. We all, are good basketball players,
Honestly,
and I think we're pretty solid.
Behind the scenes, I've worked a lot with some of these players and rosters, so I know I've compared. So I know this is the first team that we're talking about and we're covering, but compared to the other teams, I think if I had to say, their starting 5 is probably the best starting 5 in the league. I think this team is going to be one of the best teams in the league. I don't know how it's going to end up turning out. There's a lot of new faces, new players in the league, and it's just a completely different competition level from last season. But from what I saw, they have a really, really solid starting 5. So definitely going to be, they're probably going to come out hot. Typically, a Tawfiq-led team is going to be transition, ISO ball, ugliest thing ever, but they're going to score a lot. Maybe get a little lackluster defensively, but
you already know, Shabab. We're about to highlight plays over here.
I'm about winning. I don't know any of that.
So team 2, what's it called? Piggybacking off of what Omar said, a lot of new players. Hasnan Shah apparently is bringing some superstars into the league.
So this team, Al Khalil, representing Al Khalil is Hasnan Shah, Walid Tahir, MB vet, hasn't played in a long time though. Salman Khan. Honestly, some of these guys either haven't played in a long time or just completely new, so there's not much I could give. I'm guessing 2 brothers, their last name Afzal, so Muazzam and Zishan. I heard one of them is really big and good, and the other one is like a Shazib type player. I'm not sure.
They drew comparisons to Zayn and Shazib, so they took the 2 best packies in the league, and they were like, "Oh, we're just as good as them."
So and I also heard Ali Beg is also really good. We have to wait and see. So nothing's set in stone. And to finish it off, they have Zubair Ahmed also. Right? That's yes.
Ex-champion. MB GOAT. Is that no? That's
no,
not Zubair Ahmed. That was wrong. So
there's a lot of question marks here. But from what we've heard, and free agent Basil Batania, which is a good veteran experience, good role playing. So what we could say as of right now is, on paper, from what we've heard, this team is also going to be really good. I've looked at this team compared to the other teams. They match up really well with a lot of the teams.
Just quick disclaimer. Just give me, Omar, and Hassan, when he returns, some time to just get used to the league, get used to the players, and then after that, we'll give you guys a real assessment of the teams. This is literally just like us, when they do fantasy predictions at the start of the year, and they're like, "Oh, Derrick Henry's going to be great, and Derrick Henry sucks." That could be us right now.
Yeah.
So, per sources, I know you guys know per sources is like the quote of the podcast.
Sorry.
The Afzal brothers, the Afzal twins, they're supposed to be Zayn and Shazib. Now, are they going to be Zayn and Shazib? We don't know. Ali Beige might have the coolest name in the league. I already mess with you. I hope you're as nice as everybody says you are. So it's going to be fun to watch you. And
his bag better be deep.
I think Hasnan just wanted a Shazib type player because Shazib cooked them in the playoffs last year and gave them 30 and then sent Mehdi crying at home. So we'll see from there, but it's going to be a fun team. Al Khalil, led by Hasnan Shah.
It looks like they'll have also a very good starting 5 with some good support coming off the bench and whatnot.
Only thing is, I don't see a lot of size on the team, but I also have to see the players.
Yeah, I honestly don't. I couldn't tell you 6 of these guys what they
we'll
offer.
See.
So,
but Ali Beige, come find me when I see you, because cool ass name.
Alright, next team, Wehdat, Captain Yamin Faraj. So this team brings a blast from the past, among maybe one or two other teams.
Wait, arthritis.
Yeah. so Yamin hasn't played in the league in a while. I think he's getting pretty close to that 40-year mark. Kareem Ma'sarani.
Also,
did he get there?
No, I don't think Kareem Ma'sarani's in. I think he's in his like mid-30s, but he also played in the league a while ago.
Yeah.
Probably like 6-7 years ago.
So Mohamed Nacha, we've also
played
seen,
a couple years ago.
Kareem Mansour, our age.
Kareem Mansour, yes. Also
Big
newcomer
body.
to the league.
Yeah,
Big
newcomer.
body, could play from what I remember.
Yeah, Amir Sikder,
Shooter.
Our
from
age.
3. Yes.
Jason Smith hasn't played in a while, but last we've seen of him, drop bombs. So I mean, I don't know. I've seen him play recently. Definitely gotten older, but how his impact is going to look like on the court, yet to be seen. Louis Martin, big guy. From what I heard, good finishing around the rim. Not much of anything else, but from what I'm understanding, he's a big guy. And Jay Mustafa. Not
Jay
sure.
Mustafa. Yo, what's your real name, Jay Mustafa?
Yeah,
I need to know. Like, is it like Jaleel? Like, what are we covering here with this Americanized name?
so what do you have to say about this team?
Well, the only people I know are I know the starting. I know Yamin. I remember him.
Yeah, man.
A very, very long time ago. Don't really remember.
You
how
ever
he
played with
plays.
Yamin recently?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
He
Maybe
came to a week of MB this last season.
I might know him then. Sorry, I apologize.
Small, really one of the best shooters.
Kareem Ma'sarani, I remember playing with him a couple of times a couple of years ago. Has a nice mid-range game.
Fundamental.
Smart basketball player.
Yeah.
His favorite player is Kobe, so like back to the basket game.
Yep. Mohamed Nacha is gonna be that.
Also a
hustler.
Jets fan, so you gotta respect
All
it.
right. Automatically, I didn't know
Mohamed
about
Nacha,
Kareem.
also have played with him a few times. Another smart, big,
hustling defense, that type of thing.
The only thing that I don't know Luis Martino and Jay Mustafa, but from what I see on this team, I do not see anybody that can really handle the ball. So it looks like ball handlers will be scarce for this team, unless one of these guys that I don't know, Jason Smith, Luis Martino, or Jay Mustafa, can handle. But right now, I don't see.
Mustafa. I don't think Jason Smith or Luis.
Right now, I don't see a true point guard for the
neither
team,
do
and
I.
I think they will struggle a little bit. But obviously, I don't know how the team's gonna play out for now.
It would be Jay Mustafa if it had to be one.
It's a question mark.
Of course, yes.
Because Amir Sikder is more of a shooter. Kareem Mansour isn't too much of a point guard either, and the other guys tend to look like more of slashers than they are point guards. So that's what I see from this team.
If I had to say, I would say it all depends on like the impact that I'm pretty sure Jay Mustafa has played before. By the way, I'm not 100% sure though. But it all depends on how these guys from the ancient times come back and
if you guys
perform.
do the
If they live up to if they
Fountain
bring,
of Youth,
yeah,
like,
there you go. If they
eating
visited
their-
the Fountain of Youth and come back, this team will be really
trade
good.
black seed oil maybe. I don't know what you guys are using.
Trade it some oil.
I don't know what. I think a lot of pressure is going to be on Amir Sikder and Kareem Mansour because it looks like they're the two youngest guys on the squad.
Yeah,
so
they're gonna need to bring the energy.
there's going to be no breaks for them.
For sure.
Yeah,
And from what I see, the guards are pretty small.
that too.
From what I understand, but hey,
We'll
like
see
we
what
said,
happens.
we don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah. Next team. Oh, the
Yeah.
only other team that is more ancient.
Wow, you guys want to talk about some arthritis?
Areeha. So Captain Big O Abbasi representing Areeha. So you have Big O, Omar Marachli is their free agent. Really good shooter, mashallah. Carl Magby, blast from the past. Jocelyn Hope Scott.
Carl Magby, another fire name.
Blast from the past yet again. The only youth they bring, Purple Pants.
Purple Pants Waddy.
Purple Pants Wadi. Oh, Afe, he just got passed up, right? By Ed. I think that's why he came back.
I think third turn.
Makes sense.
Just to cook Ed.
He heard that Ed.
Hamid
passed
Shabazz is
it.
on this team? No
Another
way.
blast from the past, bro. If you ever hear a guy yelling
Yo,
from one of the courts,
This is
automatically
Mohamed Shabazz is the epitome of coach on the floor.
Yes.
He'll literally just like, I remember when we were like kids, like 16, 17, and we were playing in the league, Mohamed Shabazz would be out on the corner. Hey man, back up. He's moving everything. He'd bring his kids to the games and stuff. I remember him. Wow, this team is old.
They're old, but they might bring some energy.
Well, the last time they played was like when I had no facial hair. Love you guys too, great respect, Danny. But I mean, look, Big O, obviously we know what he is. He's former MVP, very good basketball player. He knows how to play defense, knows how to play basketball, set screens, things like that. Ahmed Al-Fayoumi, also we know he's like the third leading scorer in all of MB.
He did it in many less games than Ed. Let me throw that out there.
Very crafty, gets to the line very well. I did hear he's like in amazing shape. I forget from somebody, and I think he does jiu-jitsu.
He does.
Something.
He definitely does jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, so
Been doing it for a while
nobody
now.
fight him
Don't fight
because
him.
he will like put you in an arm bar. I mean, Mohammed Shabazz also.
They also have this guy Naeem Evans. I don't know. I'm not really sure what he has to
So
offer.
the only thing I see from this team, like obviously the two like big headliners or big stars are Ahmed Fayoumi and Big O because they're the big names.
Yeah.
I do wish they added like one younger guy just so he could like carry the load sometimes, but I think this might be a lot of pressure on both of them. But like, you know, LeBron's doing it at 40, so Ahmed Fayoumi and Big O could definitely do it at 42.
Nah, I'm bad for that. Well, this team's gonna be. I've played with Big O and I've played with the likes of Ahmed Fayoumi. 100% gonna be in the half court. They're gonna try their best to make the other team play at their pace. I think they'll do a decent job at it. It's just could they last the 40 minutes?
Crazy. This team actually has to start stretching from right now.
Yes, right now.
Like, this is gonna be 8 people on a foam roller before they. Love you guys.
All right, next team. Sahib Norman and their team is representing Baysan.
Vigo.
Yeah, so Vigo, mashallah alayh. Welcome to the religion. Convert.
Oh, convert.
Yeah.
Allah barik feek.
So we got him in there. Alhamdulillah. So great to have you. Welcome to the community. If you have any questions, anything, any concerns, anything, come to us. We'll welcome you with open arms.
Yeah.
So
And inshallah, or you have a like great experience in the league, and inshallah, you know, we can show you what like true Muslim character looks like.
Yeah. So.
But your name is so fire, bro. You have to explain to me the backstory of your name.
Vigo. So
This team, we actually know everybody on the team.
yes, we do.
Sohaib Norman, obviously MB vet. We've seen flashes of him be very, very good, and we've also seen flashes of him be a little bit inconsistent.
And from what I'm hearing, you've gotten in the lab with him a few times.
I have gone in the lab with him, had to show, you know, old guy some tricks, but
So Zohaib's reaching out. He's trying to improve. That's good.
he's trying to learn from a Lebanese guy, shocker, but nah.
Unbelievable.
Sohaib, we like me and Ahmad have talked about it before. Like Sohaib will have like flashes of like 5 to 10 minutes where we're like, wow, bro, like this guy is elite. And then after there's like 10 minutes where we feel like he kind of like disappears in games, and we feel like he's a little too good to do that. And it doesn't have to be scoring, but we feel like he's just a smart enough basketball player to where like he can affect the game in other ways.
Mm.
So me and Ahmad have very high expectations for him this year.
Yeah.
Like we expect him to be manning this offense right now with Zayn.
He has to. Look at the team. He has to.
So Sohaib Norman, and you have Tabti Abu Farha, which is his brother, who I think played one season. Big man,
Hustler, playing defense.
knows his way, knows how to play basketball,
We'll hit a
can
couple
play
threes.
D. I like him. Zayn Abdeen, obviously, at this point, he's like
No
part of
intro
like the
is
MB
needed.
Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
Goat.
Jared C. Oh
Jared
my
C.
God.
Your
Jared
favorite
C,
player's
like,
favorite
all
player.
defensive.
All defensive. Who'll never ask for the ball.
Don't shoot on him.
Nicest
Don't
guy
shoot.
in the world,
Dang.
and will pin your shot off the glass. So, he's gonna be the DPOI candidate. He's everybody's favorite player. Idris Abdeslam, ex-champ, ex-coach, and Sheikh of the league. So you know, and obviously goated shooter in the league. Kevin
Wow,
Long
this team is good.
and
man.
Sal Rahim.
Wow,
Oh, Sal.
Yeah, this team is good. They're so well rounded.
So their starting 5 is Sal, Idris, Jared, Zayn, and Sohaib, I'd assume.
Yeah, this team is very well rounded. So I'm assuming Sohaib brings up the ball. You have Zayn
Yeah.
down low,
And you have
Jared.
both of
Oh
them on
my
the wing.
God!
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
This is a very well rounded team.
There's a couple of things I'd like to say.
Go ahead.
First of all, well, I need to see which Zayn shows up because
Word.
last year Zayn kind of disappointed me a
Better
little
have
bit
gotten healthy, bro.
because I thought he was going to be MVP, and the only thing he was MVP of was flying to Mexico and eating tacos. Zayn, you're my guy, so I could do this. Second of all, like me and almost said before, we'd like to see Sohaib. I need 40 minutes
Yeah.
of good basketball from you because I think it's going to be on you a lot of the creation because other than Zayn
There isn't
and you,
really-
there's no too many
yeah.
people that can create.
Yep.
I think Idris is going to do his thing. We've shown that he's a very great. He's not only is he a very good defender, he's a very willing defender, which not a lot of people are. A la me. And then Sal Rahim, did he play last season? No, he
No.
didn't. He didn't play last season.
Oh.
The season
He
before.
might have the suspension. I don't know how that's gonna work.
The season before, I remember him playing only like 2 to 3 games. But the season that sticks out to me was like 2 or 3 years ago. He was averaging like 17 a game with Mudge, and he dropped like 33 on my team. So like if he could get back to the form where he's like the Sal Rahim, consistent shooter, you know, pride of Afghan, that's what we want.
I
from
think
Sal.
he'll be very capable. Like the capability will be there. The opportunity will be there with this team. you have Zayn down low, Idris on the other side. So hey, he'll have the opportunity.
But a very solid squad and very good size too. Like Zayn, Jared, Idris, all have size.
Yes.
Tabti is big. Sal is like no slouch. He's about like 6 feet tall, and Suhaib's a beast at point guard. So I really like this team.
Yeah.
I think like a lot of it's gonna, rely on Zayn, but obviously like he's a great player, so he can handle it. And as long as Idris and Sal are hitting their threes, I mean the guy's gonna have that's gonna be 1-on-1 with Jared slashing. So
I really like this team, man.
Very,
I
very
can't wait.
good,
I can't wait. You guys better bear the fruit that I'm like imagining in my head, envisioning.
Very good.
All right, next team, Hassan Shaban, and they are
Whoever that
representing.
guy is, Hassan Shaban. I haven't heard of him.
They are representing Bethlehem, aka Bethlehem. Tough name right there. So you have
Okay. Kind of sounds corny.
Hassan, former MVP. I don't know.
Hassan Shaban, you
Nothing
guys
foreign.
know. He'd be screaming right now because he's super loud, but he's hiding under the covers because he knows about his first man match.
They have, and then his co-star in this season. So it was me last season. This season will be Mahdi Suleiman, rookie of the year last year. Who ended up?
Bro, these guys are the Phoenix Suns. Like this is essentially what they are. You got Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, and then you got like everybody else on the squad. So that's essentially what it is. You have Hassan and Mehdi, two of like the top 10 players in the league. Hassan is a joke. He averages like 28 and 8 every single year, and he's been to the chip like 2 of the last 3 years, other than last year. Embarrassing first round loss. But Hassan Shaban's a joke. Mehdi was a rookie last year, bro. 6'4", 6'3", whatever how tall he is, can handle, has a 3 ball. He showed us last year that he's more than capable of averaging 20 a game.
He's very unathletic though.
And
he can't even dunk.
Also Hassan and Mehdi have been playing with each other in like other leagues. And they've been friends since they were like 12.
They've been garnering their chemistry.
Don't expect I expect these guys to just hit the ground running. Like they're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
The thing for me is I want to see who that third guy is if Hassan was to get doubled or Mehdi was to get doubled. Is it gonna be Omar Sahwail? Because last year we had a lot of high expectations for him, and unfortunately he got injured. And this year, I played with him a couple times outside of MB. I've seen some flashes. I like what he has to do, but we want to see him do it in games because Ahmad has played with him too in other leagues, and he has flashes of him being very good, and he has flashes where he kind of
I think
shrinks.
more than anything it goes to him being inexperienced. So the longer he plays, the more experience he gets, the better he's going to be. And we saw, especially last season, those flashes before he got injured. That he's more than capable. There was one game where he went off. So I mean, once you get, especially as a younger guy in this league, I've been there. Once you start to get that little bit of confidence, you get your teammates behind you. He has a team full of his boys. So I think he'll be that third guy.
The fourth dude on their team will be Ahmed Abid, who's at this point he's solidified himself as a solid
very
big.
solid.
He's
big,
played 2 years in the league. He's 6'4", pretty athletic.
Yeah.
Has a decent jump shot, nice touch around the rim. He's been playing with he played with Shazib the first year. Second year he played with Mehdi actually, so they're familiar with each other.
Yep.
I think he's going to be an awesome presence along with Mehdi.
I think those 4 are going to be a really, really solid in the starting 5. I know
Unfortunately, Ahmed Shaban had to drop out of this season.
We don't know who exactly.
We don't know who they're going to pick
in his
up.
place, but their starting 5 is going to be very solid, especially with Hassan and Mehdi leading that offense. But they're calling card this season without a doubt. Especially after playing with me last season, Hassan wasn't going to go with a team that couldn't play the best defense in the world. So he brought a bunch of guys, especially some of his friends that he knows will play defense and listen to that.
X Factor, Ibrahim Habba. The guy he's a newcomer to the league. You guys all know him because he did stats last year for the people that did play last year.
Yep.
Bro, he'll literally play full court for 40 minutes. And
not get tired.
He's not going to get tired.
Just be a pest.
He's going to be Patrick Beverly, TJ McConnell, he's a beast, bro. 40 minutes, he's shuffling his feet, and he's going to just make life hard for you, which is great. So then Hassan gets to take off on defense, is what his real plan was. So, and then you also have Barak Al-Kis, who also can play defense, can also handle, and is also a solid piece off the bench.
And then they have free agent Yazid Zahwat. Is that corner hot? That's money from the corner.
Literally, Yazin playing, and he was like, "Yo, please add Almond, please." And then they ended up adding his little brother by accident. Literally, just out of respect for Yazin.
Okay.
Oh, Gub.
Wow, Gub, you got lucky there.
But I'd like to see who their third pickup is. Look, obviously, we expect Mehdi and Hassan to do what they do, but I do want to see who is the third guy to step up. I really think they're gonna need like that one more guy to step up.
It's gonna be Gup. It better be Gup.
I hope it's Gup because, like, let's say one of them did have an off night, or like one of them is struggling to find their shot because people are doubling. They're gonna really need somebody to step up. So,
but honestly, like, I agree with you, but with Hassan and Mehdi, they're like two powerhouses.
No.
I just don't see how.
I definitely think they're gonna like get through the teams that they need to get through, but I think when they play the elite teams, I feel like they will find it a little bit harder just because
against the teams that will have that tough defense.
Exactly.
I see that. Okay,
That's
I
all I
see what
think.
you're saying. I get what you're saying.
But you know, Hassan and Mehdi,
They'll be all right.
that's
at the end of the
KD and
day.
Debo.
Yeah.
Or
They'll be in the semifinal.
Hassan could be Grayson
versus Jerusalem, losing.
Oh, Gaza.
Okay, Gaza.
Fan favorites.
Ammar
Coach Ammar
Mustafa.
Mustafa and Kareem Azarko return to the bench with the clipboard. These guys are as much of like staples to the league as like Jaime is staple to the league. Like, if MB is happening, you know Ammar Mustafa, you know Kareem Azarko pulling up 7:30, iced coffee in hand. They're scouting.
Yep.
And they're also like the nicest people ever. So like, you know, any of you guys that are new to the league, if you see Ammar and Kareem, say hi. They'll literally introduce you to everybody. They're like the best people. So, Coach Ammar's been in the lab though. He's been making some phone calls.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So he brings in back. Well, okay. Let's go back to the familiar faces. Actually everyone here to them is familiar.
Well,
but so the usual Ammar Sindra has to be on the team.
Shocker.
Ammar Mustafa, Kareem Azarko. Oh, there's
Ammar
Ammar
Sindra is on.
Sindra.
It's been.
So MB vet, he's gonna do his thing. He's gonna score his points. He's gonna dish his passes. He's gonna get his assist. Next, Mo Dirty, Ammar Mustafa's cousin. What was he? Overseas pro. What was it? He's great player, great offensively, great defensively. He's gonna bring the fire. And then I'm gonna sub that. Mr. Bunnies himself somehow can't dunk.
I don't know. I also asked him once. I was like, "Yo, Ammar, like, what's the secret to the bounce?" And he was like, "I jumped a lot on the trampoline as a kid."
Oh, I thought I did that too. I guess I don't know.
I don't think I jumped on the trampoline enough. Maybe it's the power in his socks, because his socks do be going up to his knees, like soccer ref socks. I don't know.
Maybe he has like springs hidden inside.
I don't know.
And like the
We also have Salman Ilyas, another MB vet,
big
3-time chip.
Please don't
6'5".
fall for the charges. Please don't fall for the charges.
Hustler, charges. He's awesome, big to have. And then you have the two heavy hitters.
Yeah, the two heavy hitters. Mahmoud Qadri, our rookie of the year last year, I guess, was basically right there for the MVP.
Walking 20 and 15.
Yep. And then you have like the best 1/2.
And you have the Shiesty, who's still missing sign from last year's playoffs.
Yes.
But we're going to let it slide because we like him as a person.
Exactly. Wow.
Team solid.
Also very well rounded outside, but I feel like there's not a consistent shooting outside of maybe Mo Dirty and Joe Capone.
I've heard from some sources that Mo Dirty's been in the lab, and he's
going back.
He's been hitting some consistent. He's been hitting the gym a lot. He's been getting ready to hit consistent shots. And I heard Coach Ammar told him from the start. He's like, I'm gonna need you to hit the standstill corner threes when you get open. And he's been in the lab working on it.
All right, I challenge you.
Look,
let's see
we
if
know
you go tit for tat with me.
Joe Capone, Mahruz, and Singer. Like, we know these guys are all like some of the elite players in the league. I would like to see how the Capone and Singer guard how it's gonna work.
Oh, that's gonna be the one
I'd
who's
like
gonna be
to
the
see.
two.
Because we know that Capone is, unselfish and he loves to play like the quote unquote.
Oh, please no more 5 shots a game.
Shut up.
Please don't ever do that again.
Coach Capone, you taught him well. He likes to play like off ball, and
sir.
he likes to just play good basketball, set screens and everything, which is great. But sometimes great players have to take the big shots. So I like the idea of now Singer can bring the ball up and Capone can play off ball and come off screens and shoot. And then if Singer is also hot, then Capone can set Singer up. I like this team. I expect Capone and Mahruz to do what they do. They're probably two of the top 15 players in the league. I think the ceiling for the team depends on Ammar Singer. If Ammar Singer is at the caliber that he was last year and also the year of the Shazaib draft year, I think he learned how to play with Shazaib off ball very well that year. If he's the defender that we expect, and on offense, he's timely with his shots, because at the end of the day, he's going to have the third best defender on the team on him, which is typically, I think he's going to eat. So I think if Singer is smart with his shots, he plays the facilitating role and the scoring role when needed, I think this team has a very, very high ceiling.
I agree. I'm there.
I hope he does, because I definitely think he can.
All right. Next team, Kareem Ahmed his team is representing Haifa this season. So team is Kareem Ahmed, Deep Patel, Hashim Ahmed, I'm guessing Kareem's brother or cousin, Omar Hussein, Omar Qasim, Muhannad Deeb, Muhammad Dar, and free agent Sabit Nasser. So what do you think about this team? So this kind of looks like a mix of some other teams. Really, I'm just looking at Omar Hussein and Omar Qasim. So you have Omar Hussein, who honestly was very underrated last season, but we're giving him the credit he deserves this year. Great player, great shooter. He's the reason his team, that Lagos team, won however many games.
He's just cold.
Yep, very cold.
He's a bucket.
Yep. OQ's that player coach is gonna bring that 12 to 14 points or whatever it is every game.
Muhannad Deeb also he's gonna do what Muhannad Deeb does.
Yep.
He's gonna give you the 10 and 10, whatever he gives you, and he's gonna give you 40 minutes of hard defense, energy,
hustling,
screens. He's gonna do whatever the team needs him to do. Muhammad Dar, me and Amr actually did get to watch him play in a tournament like 2 days ago.
It's kind of interesting to see how he's gonna fit on the team.
The only thing I am a little scared of is Muhammad Dar, Muhannad Deeb, and Omar Qasim all like to do the same exact thing. They all seem to be bigger bodies that like to play in the post a little bit. So I don't want the paint to be too clogged. At the same time, though, they do have Omar Hussein and Deep Patel, who are both shooters. Kareem Ahmed, depends which Kareem Ahmed we get. There's a Kareem Ahmed from a couple seasons ago that was averaging 15 points a game, and it was a very good shooter. And then there was a Kareem Ahmed 2 years ago who I know he was playing with Hassan and Zayn, so he had to take a little bit of a back seat. So I'm not going to hold it against him, because there was a couple games he had like 25 points.
Very, very hot at the start of that season.
But I think it's going to be very important for him to be the point guard and to get everybody their shots, because this is a lot of people that want their shots, I think.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of pressure on, because Deep is also a shooter and he wants his shots. And I don't know about Sabit Nasser and Hashim Ahmed, but I'm going to assume that if Kareem is very good, I'm going to assume his brother can play a little. He's going to want some shots too. So I think Kareem Ahmed's point guard play is going to be very important for this team. But I mean, they're all MB vets. Like, they're all very solid players.
They'll definitely compete at the end of the day with their experience.
And they have very decent size too. Like Qasim, Muhannad Deeb. There's nobody like very big, but they're all consistently like 6'1".
These are the teams that kind of like sneak up on you, because you're like, oh, they don't have that big,
they all
right?
got,
and
like,
then I'm like, all right, but who do I guard?
The PJ Tucker build, like, they're all just like obviously in scale to the NBA, but like they're all like big enough to guard bigger people and also small enough to guard the smaller people. So like,
I see that.
It's an interesting team.
It's definitely
very interesting team. Very interesting.
It's gonna be very hard to rank. Teams right now.
I need you guys to give me like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's gonna be almost impossible. All right, next team, Mohamed Al-Ghani.
Reigning DPOY, Harambe, go.
Leading the league in blocks.
Just like we said, Ammar Mustafa and Kareem Azarka is staple of MB. This guy is also staple of MB.
Well, they'll be representing Jenin this season. I kind of saw that coming, but they kind of went back.
Is that where is?
Kind of, yeah. They are. What was I gonna say? They're kind of bringing it back to some familiar faces that, if I had to be blunt, we're kind of upset they went back to that. But whatever, let's move on and judge it for what it is. There's some new faces, new combination, I guess. So you never know what's gonna end up happening.
So the squad is Mohamed Al-Ghani, GOAT, obviously. Moda Yan, almost worst nightmare. Gave him 30.
Yeah, Allah.
Shooter.
I'm never gonna live it down, bro.
He beat me in the chip a couple years ago. He's a bucket, and we know he's a shooter. Tends to get like, I don't want to say inconsistent, but
no, he does.
It is a little. There is some forms of inconsistency, and I really want him.
He dropped 30 whatever on me, and then the last game.
Yeah, but I just it's because like I feel like sometimes he's not like with his squad, and like he'll try to like this 2 seasons ago he was with Shazib and Singer, so he was kind of like taking it back. Then after that, this year he was with Mana, and he was clearly the second option. So I expected a little bit more out of him. And he started off slow, then he showed me some flashes. So if I could just get him consistently in that like 12 to 14, maybe 10 to 14 range, like every single game, give me 3 threes, and you're more than capable of hitting a couple mid ranges, I'd like to see that from him. Ahmed Ahmed Splash. Ahmed Abdulghani. I don't know if his name is still Splash, because I'm going to be honest. Like, he had like 5 points like the last like 3 seasons. No offense, Splash. Love you. But, like...
I mean, he has some more talent
He
around
has
him this
grown,
season.
though, a lot.
Yeah.
Like, he's like a very good passer now, actually. And he's a very good team guy. And he's willing to play D. And he's just energy, because Abdulghani's our energy. So, it's going to be a nice piece.
So, yeah.
Jake or Yaqub returning.
Missed him last season.
Missed him 2 seasons.
Who's going to be louder, Shabazz or Yaqub?
Bro, like, Jake has a lot of talent. There'll be, like, games where he has, like, 30. He's also, like, 6'4". He can shoot the 3. Or, he's not 6'4", I guess, a little bit. Probably, like, 6'2" or 6'3". But, like,
whatever.
He has a lot of talent. Also, kind of like Modoyan, there's some inconsistencies. So, I have to see, you know, how he's going to play throughout a whole 9-game season where it looks like he's, like, the number 1 option, essentially, on this team. Ian Felix also played 2 seasons ago.
Average great numbers.
Yeah, athletic guard. He averaged great numbers. Could it be because, you know, he was kind of the number 1 option? He took like 20 shots a game, and it took him like 25 points. I mean, 20 shots a game to score 25 points. I can't really tell you guys.
He has the talent, though.
We have to watch him more, but he's athletic. He can clearly hoop.
Yeah.
Hoops in Jordan, so like that's hard enough because those bricks be holding you back. And yeah, very good player. Raj Patel.
Honestly, I think this could be the X factor of this team. I think if I'm looking at this team, who do you think takes up the ball? I think Raj would probably.
I think Raj
brings up the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ian will probably start off bringing up the ball because like, everybody knows who Ian is. But I think Raj is definitely more of the point guard for the team.
I definitely think.
Oh, and also Mohamed Al-Tiyat and Hamza Abdulghani, Pikachu, ex-Alma teammate.
Yeah.
Shooter.
Great shooter. Don't leave him open in the corner or anywhere else.
This team is kind of weird. Like I don't know how they're.
They have some solid talent all the way around.
Jake, Ian, Modayan, like they definitely like could like sneak up on you. But I'd want to watch the first 2 to 3 weeks to see how everybody gels. That's all I want to watch.
I think I just remembered off camera, me and Tawfiq talked about this just a tiny bit about this team, and I just remembered. I think their biggest struggle is going to be defense. I think the biggest struggle without a doubt is going to be their defense. So I'm going to call you guys out from now. The Abdulghani teams are notorious for not playing great defense. Last season, Stabud, and we go before that. So let's see it. Bring the heat. Play defense, and I think that's where it's going to start with you guys. Play good defense, and you'll compete and win games. Yeah. So that's Jenin, and then next team. Introduce me, please. Come on.
Want to talk about some boredom over here?
Sufyan Abbasi, the captain.
Sufyan Abbasi, GOAT, amazing human being, amazing coach, amazing basketball player. He's definitely on steroids because he's like yoked and he's like 45.
40 years old.
Speaking of yoked, Matic McGowie also yoked. Don't run into a screen of his because he's a wall.
Keep going.
I'm saying
Khalid.
Bro, Khalid is one of the strongest pound for pound humans I've ever played against in my whole life. Like I just played with him like 4 days ago, and typically like not saying I'm strong, not saying I'm a big guy, but eventually, like, with momentum, you could bump a guy off a little bit. You're not bumping him off even a little bit. He's literally, for anybody that doesn't know Arabic, he's a wall. Mustafa Abbasi, kind of like Ahmed Fayoumi, like MB vet. We know what we get from him. He's a very good basketball player, very smart, can score. Obviously, he's different than Ahmed Fayoumi in the way they play. But like they kind of like are tied together because like they played so much together.
Yeah,
kind of like
childhood friends. I don't know.
They're you're getting great defense. You're getting great mid range. You're getting Mustafa Abbasi.
Very explosive offensive.
Aimi Lakamish himself. You know what you're doing, bro. 2-handed layups, passing, coach on the floor. Probably yelling out a couple times a game.
He told me he's not gonna do it this year. He told me.
Bro, it's passion.
He didn't tell me that. He knows he's gonna end up doing it.
Then you got reigning, defending, scoring champion Amir Charkis. This brother's a bucket.
So happy I'm playing with him, bro. So happy I'm playing with him.
Still, till this day, what's it called? Medina's gonna be okay is one of the hardest lines in the whole group chat. He was like, they were like, what 3-5 or something, and they
Lost
went on
cause.
to just win every single game
After
until
that.
they ran into the Shabab and the chip. But
Nah,
yeah.
You can't make it us.
Amir Charkis. And then Ahmad Little Abbasi coming off the bench.
We don't
He's
know who
alright,
that
bro.
is. Reigning 3-point champion. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll take it.
But they're gonna be repping Jerusalem. Very solid team.
Oh, John, bro. Gene,
Oh,
that's our
Gene
big
Gomez, the big. He's also returning. He hasn't played in like 2 years.
that's
6'4",
last year,
6'5".
He played Tripoli.
Or actually, he might be bigger than 6'4".
I don't know
Like,
how tall he is,
maybe
but he's
6'5",
big.
6'6".
He's big.
Very big dude. Very
Smart,
smart
fundamental.
basketball player.
That's what we need.
For all the like OGs, he used to play on the Afghan team with like Mudge and Sal and Ali Hassan and
Yeah.
stuff. He's awesome. Bro, this team is like, bro, you have Ahmad Abbasi, you know,
Thank you.
great, debatable as best shooter in the league.
Thank you very much.
Then you have Amir Charkis, who's debated the best scorer in the league. Then you have Mustafa Abbasi, who is going to give you probably like 15 points, one of the best defenders in the league. And then you have Gene Gomez, who's one of the biggest people in the league and one of the smartest bigs in the league who knows how to play basketball. So those are four guys where you know what you're getting. Then you have Jaime, who's also very solid defender.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Khalil, also very solid defender. Then you have Malik Makawi, also very good rebounder, very good defender, very good role guy. So, I mean...
Honestly, our team is defense. You gotta play defense more than anything. So it's kind of like some of these other teams that we mentioned. All starts on defense. We're gonna play defense. We're gonna bring the heat. Don't be surprised when you only scoring 40. When you play and you're dropping 80 points a week, this is gonna be his team. And then you come whatever week it is, week 7 or whatnot, and you come to play us,
Stop it.
and you're dropping 40 points, 30 points. You'll know why. You're running into Jerusalem.
I'm going to have
Alright?
an inhaler when I play
Defensive
this team.
powerhouse.
I'm going to just give them all inhalers.
Defensive
They're not
powerhouse,
gonna
and
be
then
able
you're gonna have to go to the other side of the floor and then try to chase me around.
No, bro,
somehow
they're-
handle Amir, and then somehow have Mustafa hit a bucket right in your face.
They're
Thank
a
you very
very, very solid squad. Like,
I'm predicting this team's going 9-0.
Ahmad Abbasi, Amir Charkis, Mustafa Abbasi is like, you know, the headline three is going to be very good. I will say the one thing is last time Gene played in the league, he didn't look like himself. I know he's getting a little bit older. I also don't think he's going to need to do as much this
Yeah.
year. I think like literally just his passing alone out of the block or like a dribble handoff or something is going to be enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think for this team to be successful, Mustafa Abbasi might have to take a little bit step back in like the shooting on offense. Now, not saying like he's gonna get like 10 to 12 shots, and obviously if he gets hot, then like Ahmad and Amir are more than smart enough basketball players to get him the ball and
Yep.
let him get going. But I saw last year when he like took a focus on defense and let Amir kind of like handle the offense. That's when Medina kind of clicked and they like, you know,
Went up to the championship, and I do think Mustafa Abbasi is probably the best defender on the team. So, yeah, I think that team's going to be very solid.
Yep. You know we're ready for it. We're taking it to the chip. Calling it right now. All right, next team, Malik Zarbi, with representing Nablus. His team is representing Nablus.
Bro, he literally stole the name from me.
Yeah,
I
they're
put like
gonna be
120,
in a lot of connections.
and all I could think about was Knafa, and then I see Malik way higher.
So this team, Malik Zarbi, glad to have him back. I don't think anything's gonna
NBA
change. I know he's
staff
trying.
member.
I know he's trying to make things, trying to get things to change, but team's going 0-9. All you need to see was Malik Zarbi here.
What is
Hey.
the 0-18 losing streak right now? It makes the Jets look like winners.
Okay, next. So they have Mo Amin. Oh, so from what we're hearing is
Allegedly, per sources,
the GOAT
LeBron
himself
is coming
okay,
back to the
okay, bro. You didn't have to. I said the GOAT, and then you say LeBron. Now you're making it seem like.
Bro, he's LeBron.
All right.
Like, literally,
MJ, thank you very
he's
much.
the system. Yeah, so, Malik Zubi, Abad Al-Tartir,
Abdul Hadi.
Muhammad Abdul Hadi, Muhammad Amin, Mido Zubi, Mustafa Brown, and I'm yet to know of the seventh guy because I
Yeah.
don't think he's picked him up yet.
Or the
But
yeah.
we know any team with Muhammad Abdul Hadi on it, that's like an automatic 4 to 5 wins, easily. You got automatic 20 to 30 points. You got automatic 20 to 30 rebounds. And yeah, he's a joke. Mashallah.
Mashallah, man.
Bro.
Hey, we wish him the best of health.
39, 40 years old.
I love to
and
watch him play.
last time he stepped foot on the NB court was easily the best player in the whole league, and it wasn't even close.
Yep.
So like, you know, mashallah anno, we expect, you know, Abdul Hadi things from him. Now, other than Abdul Hadi, this is where the question marks, I think, begin to rise. Malik Zubi, we've seen games of. Now, I think Malik Zubi is going to have a very good season, just off of the double teams Abdul Hadi is going to generate.
He's grown.
And if Malik Zubi is going to get open threes, we know for a fact, as a standstill shooter, Malik Zubi is a very good
One
shooter.
of the best shooters in the league.
I think when it gets to like inconsistencies, is when he tries to like create his own shot or tries to do things that he's not good at. Or not.
That's it.
Like exactly. If he does what he's supposed to, I think Malik Zubi can easily average 12 to 15 points off of 3 out of 6, 3 out of 7 from 3, and a couple layups here and there. Then Mohamed Amin, haven't seen him play in a couple years now. I think maybe
But when
seasons.
he did, it was last year, Winterball.
Oh yeah,
team.
you're the team, Mohamed Amin. You guys are 10-0 first half, 0-10 second half.
Yeah. But he's honestly a great compliment. I think he's a great compliment.
MVP like a year.
I don't know.
He had one monster year. It was like 17 and 14. Also, Mohamed Amin's like also 6'4", just like Abdul Hadi is 6'3", 6'4". So they do have like, you know, very deep size in that case.
I think he's a very good compliment because, first of all, Abdul Hadi himself, when he misses, I feel like he gets his own rebound every time. But if he doesn't, Mohamed Amin's also there to help with that. And Mohamed Amin is not going to clog the paint because he can shoot.
Yeah, and also another cool thing about it is if Abdul Hadi did have to guard a guard, you still have Mo Amin in the paint.
Yeah.
So that is going to be pretty cool.
It's a really good compliment, I think.
And they probably are one of the biggest teams in the league because of just those two alone.
Yeah. And then you have Mido Zarbi.
Mido Zarbi, also want to highlight, he had flashes of like 15 points. He could handle, mid-range was falling. And then he also had flashes where like he'd turn off a bit, and some games I feel like he wasn't like as effective as he should be.
I think if he just locks in and cuts everything else out, forget the audience, forget who's watching, forget what anyone thinks, and he plays his game, he plays defense the way he's supposed to, and he just listens to the people that on his team that have experience, and he learns from them, and he does his best to do that, I think he'll be a premier player in the league.
He has more than enough talent.
He's very athletic and very talented, so.
And yeah, like literally, Abdul Hadi's gonna create so much like pressure on the rim and so much pressure on the defense. As long as Malik, Mido are just like doing what they're supposed to, which is, you know, hitting the open threes, you know, or if Mido likes the mid-range, taking a dribble and taking a mid-range, or like literally, I think they're gonna have like kind of like they were talking about the Clippers, right, this year, about how James Harden is playing and how James Harden's gonna cause so much pressure on the rim that everybody's gonna be wide open. Kind of gonna be like that now.
James Harden.
So like, as long as you guys are doing what you're supposed to, bro, I think Matic and Mido can easily both average like 14 a game. Just off of open shots.
Yeah, I think so too. I definitely think so. I mean, Matic could get there easily, 4 threes, whatever it takes. Easily, Mido just going to have to play off slash. This is going to look like a huge opportunity to slash with.
Splash, hit the occasional three. Like, Abdul Hadi is more than smart enough and more than capable of making the double team pass.
Yep.
So, like, it's going to be up to you guys to see, I think, how good the team is going to be.
This team
obviously
will, unfortunately, it's going to be impossible for them to not win a game. So, Matic, you got what you wanted, all right? I'll say it now. With Abdul Hadi on the team, you're going to win. At least one game. All right, next team. Oh, man, this team is back now. Yeah.
Start clapping. Stop clapping.
Yahya Yanis' team, the Yanis brothers are back. They'll be representing Qalqilya. So you have Yahya, you know. So this team's gonna be hustling like crazy. Yeah, a lot of jahna, all the clapping, bro.
You guys thought like my team is gonna be tiring, bro. Yahya Yanis, MPJ, aka Ahmed Ismail, Kareem Al-Tayyibi, Abdul Wahab Yanis, Big Moose, Jay Wiggins, and newcomer. Let me know if I'm pronouncing this wrong, big dog, but Ansumane Kande.
Sounds like a sick name. I don't know.
It does. It kind of reminds me of Sadio Mane from soccer.
Yeah. Or Kante, yeah.
Kind of like we said before from a lot of these teams, like, you know what you're going to get, bro.
Yeah.
Yahya Yanis, Abdul Wahab Yanis, they're going to be full of energy. They're going to be playing defense.
Yep.
They're going to...
Defense.
Kind of like, you know how Ahmed was saying on the last team, know your role? What makes these guys so great and what made them win the championship 2 years ago was that they know their roles.
Yeah.
Yahya and Hobby could go like the whole game and combine. They could take 7 shots, and they're going to be more excited to play defense than, what's it called?
This is one of
then
those
I am
teams,
to score 30
This
points.
is one of those teams that really embodies like we want to win, and that's all we care about.
And
So,
then another thing, now you have Ahmed Ismail, who showed flashes where he had like 20 points on our team last year, and he was also willing to play defense for 40 minutes. So you just added a third guy that just can play defense for 40 minutes too. So like if one of them was to sub out, you got a lot of energy from him too, which is nice.
this team, just based off of experience, like our history, experience, and knowledge of this, they're gonna bring in.
And
They're
then,
gonna be the top 5.
Like we know, Big Moose, one of the best players in the league.
He was in the running for MVP last season.
Yeah, he's 6'4", he can handle,
Could shoot.
He's a big guard.
Yeah.
Jay Wiggins, we also know, might be the bounciest guy, and definitely the bounciest guy in the league. I was gonna say like, might be one of the bounciest guys.
Is he the bounciest? Doesn't matter. We'll get.
I might be one of the bounciest guys I've seen with my own eyes.
Yeah, he is
Because
for sure.
he literally dunked standing still in Crocs, which is a joke because I can't even do that on a 9.
He's not even that tall. How tall is he?
I like 6 foot, 6'1". Yeah, we know what you get from him. I think like obviously the X factor is Mr. Conde, because he's replacing Wedge D essentially
What
on
have
the
you
championship
heard?
team.
What have you heard about him?
I know absolutely nothing about him.
Oh, really?
I've
I thought you
heard
heard something.
I've heard from sources that like he's a different player than Wedge D. He's more of a shooter. He is like pretty tall. I think he's like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, Allah.
Also works at Enterprise, just like all the brothers. I don't know how Enterprise is just like
They bring in all the
creating
ball.
these hoopers. They brought Wedge D from Enterprise too. Like something about Rent a Car just brings Michael Jordan every single time. But I mean, if a team has Big Moose and Jay, like I think Hobby is probably the most underrated player on the team
He
because
really
like probably best defender on the team, and he's a very good passer. And every team that Hobby plays on, like even when he came on Shazab's team, made like the biggest difference. Even Shazab and
He
Ahmed were
elevates.
telling me
He's
just like one of those players that you need on your
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
So,
He's an energy guy. He's gonna do good for the team.
yeah.
I mean, we're gonna see them in the top 5.
If Yahya Enes can take a jump offensively, I don't think he's gonna need to. But like, there was last year, like
He
against the
kinda did.
Almost team.
A little bit.
Against Almost team, I just remember that game cemented in my
Yeah,
head.
he has
He had like a
3
couple of
threes.
nice threes.
Yeah.
He had like a couple of nice crossovers where he got to the rim. If he could take like a little bit of a jump, I think that would make the team even harder to guard and even better. But I mean, this team is gonna be great.
Yeah. All right, next team, Abdul Karim as Samak
The
as the
Shabab,
captain,
bro.
and they will be
Shabab.
representing Qibya. All right. So
I look at him as the Mac ex champ. Well, I have to go over the guy wins the championship, bro.
Ex-champ. Okay,
I
continue.
mean, Lebanese, so passion.
Yeah.
He's representing. So I gotta give my boy props. Adil Yusuf, who was added as a guest on this team and is gonna help this team drastically.
Huge piece.
For everybody that's new to the league, bro, Adil Yusuf is 19 years, 20 years old.
The most energy
6
guy.
foot, 6'1", and he's like the epitome of like just the energized high school hoopers that like are literally just
Oh yeah.
full court pressing you.
Yep.
They're clapping. Everything is in transition.
Flopping. We'll not forget about
Everything,
that.
bro.
Yeah.
And he's also like a beast. Like he averaged like 18 and 8 probably last year. The year before he averaged like 16 and 8. He at this point he's cemented himself. Like everybody knows what Adil Yusuf is.
Yeah.
He's
Top player.
a very good player in the
Premier player in the league. Yep. Next, Omar Dumani.
Omar Dumani.
Abdul Qadir Al Basha.
Abdul Qadir Al Basha. What a name.
Karim Suleiman, Nadir Samak, Ammar Suleiman,
And Shiv P.
Patel. I think honestly, that's the right team. This team, they brought it back. This is literally all right back here, but they have Shiv Patel and Adil Yusuf.
Instead of beast.
And Nadir, well,
essentially.
we can give Nadir his props. Nadir's a great player.
Look, this team is gonna be like talent level wise. We don't know what we can really get. I'll be honest, but you have Nadir and Adil, so you have 2 very elite players in the league, and they're both very good scorers. So do I think this team is gonna sneak up on a couple of teams and make it like very close? Yes, I think they will.
Maybe 1 or 2. Maybe. We'll look at the schedule.
I think it's very important for Abdul Karim to be more of the Abdul Karim that he was like 2 years ago with the Riyadh team than he was with us last year when he won the championship.
Makes sense.
He has to be more of like the not like the facilitator, but I do think he has to bring the ball up more, like how he was, and I do think
He's got to be more reliable.
he has to be more reliable. I think he's the calmest dude on the whole team.
True.
So I think he has like a level head, and I think that level head is gonna be very important for this team, because he's gonna be the one that can get Nadin and Adil maybe a couple of easy baskets rather than just ISO ball the whole time. But also Ahmad Suleiman is, like, me and Ahmad have said this a couple of times. He has a lot of skill sometimes when he wants to, I feel like.
Very odd.
It's just like sometimes I feel like he doesn't want to.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
He's also like one of the biggest guys in the league easily. Like if
Probably
you dap
top
him up,
three.
you feel like a child,
Yeah.
like a minor. So like, yeah,
We've
bro.
seen last time he played, he actually brought it out of the back, like the post.
Bro, some games he'll have like 15
Yeah.
points, and then
Bro,
there's some
bro.
games he has like 4.
Yeah, Ahmad, please listen. I know you're gonna listen to this. When you watch this, bro, just do that every play. Go to the post and yani, make your presence felt. Yani, I had enough of this sitting in the corner. I don't know what you do, bro. Just
Because if
please,
Ahmad
bro, you're
is
huge,
the
you're
presence that like we expect him to be, that'll elevate this team to a very different level.
good. And run that pick and roll, and even with Adil, run the pick with Adil, bro. You guys are
But-
rolling with each other.
Bro,
Sounds scary as hell.
you know what's going on this team, bro. At the end of the day, Nada's gonna get the rock.
Word.
Schweit
Unbelievable,
ISO.
bro.
You know I'm getting to the basket.
And
you know
then-
I'm getting hacked.
And then you guys lose by 30, and
we'll
then
get-
next week
yo,
we're dogging you guys.
Chill, bro. Take it easy on the Shabbat. Bro, they got an ex-champ.
Oh,
That's championship pedigree for my boy AK.
Convince
Chill. What's going on, bro?
Convince
And they got
me.
Abdul Qadir Al-Basha, the return.
Oh,
I don't know why
man,
you're
I
laughing,
love
because
guys,
you
bro.
literally played him. You literally played him in the tourney 2 days ago, and he was giving you guys buckets. I saw 3 or 4 points. He was giving it to you,
2-pointer.
bro.
Scared me.
If you guys play each other in the league, what's it called?
No, Riyadh versus Amr Abbasi's team. Please give me Abdul Qadir Al-Basha versus Amr Abbasi ISO on and on.
Bro, before the
In
game
the
even
post.
starts, before the game
In the
even
post.
starts, before the game even starts, they're gonna be like, "Oh, God, please stop running, don't run, please."
Bro, Abid is gonna murder this man in the post. Haram, what's
yeah,
gonna
you
happen?
convinced me, bro. All right, next team.
How many teams?
There's 18, bro. So this next team is Captain Ahmed Saleh. They will be representing Ramla, not Ramallah, Ramla.
I don't know why, but this team just strikes me as a light skin squad. Like I don't know
Light
why.
skin squad.
Like it's just like
Ish.
it's like aesthetically pleasing squad. Like you got like Shazib and you got like Ilyas and you just got these guys that like, you know what I mean?
Bunch of nobodies. Bro. Don't care about that.
This is like I don't know why they just like remind me of Kelly Oubre. I don't know why.
What?
But like this is just like when I look at this team, like it just like looks so pretty on paper. Like, oh my god, bro, you got Shazib and you got
I mean,
Matt,
now that I'm looking at Hassan Farhat,
and you
maybe
got
if
like
you-
Hassan Farhat and you got Ilyas. Like it's
I
just
can see where you're coming
like
from.
that's what it, look kind of like Hassan's team. Like Shazib and Mana are obviously the big guns on the squad. Like this is like Shazib is top 5 guard in the league. Mana is also like arguably, well, not arguably top 5 big. I was gonna say arguably the best big, but he's top 5 big in the league too. So you got Shazib and Mana. Then you have newcomer Hassan Farhat, who's also
Big,
like 6'5".
athletic, could
He
dunk.
played on the Rutgers Newark
Good
team for
shoot.
like a year, 2. Played high school ball. Like he can clearly play.
Very talented.
Very talented.
Yes.
And he's Lebanese, so
Oh
you
my
know.
god, bro. You
passion.
ruined it. Now everyone thinks he sucks.
Then you got Khalid Sahwel. We know what you get from Khalid Sahwel. You get a fire headband. You get great defense, and you get a couple and ones. So like
I
that's
can't wait.
that's fire.
They have Ahmed Sahwel.
Ahmed
yes.
Saleh, Ilyas, and Amir Abbasi. It's a very
Yeah,
solid.
I
team.
mean, I
Very
think this
solid.
team is. They might not have the most solid. Like his. I think his team starting 5 is like definitely better. But like, so not the most solid starting 5, but they don't have any really weak links. I don't know how to word that, but like, they have a good bench. Like they're gonna be solid all the way around.
I will say, okay, I don't know how Hassan Farhat's gonna play. Hassan Farhat and Mana could just be like both very disgusting, and the team could be very, very good. But I think it's gonna be on Mana to like keep all these guys engaged. Like I know Mana can get his 30 and 20, just like he did last season, the season before. But I think it's gonna be on Mana to be like, alright, bro, I just took like 2 or 3 shots. Let me get Shazib the rock, or let me see Ilyas is wide open from 3, or let me see if Hassan's wide open from 3, or Ahmed Saleh is open from 3. I think it's gonna be a very different role for Mana this year compared to other years.
Without a doubt, this team needs to run through, like we said at the beginning, Shahzaib and Mana, without a doubt. And I know Shahzaib's very excited about it. He's sent messages about it. And it's really effective, especially with a big like Mana running that pick and roll. So you guys really need to run through that pick and roll.
Yeah.
Make teams try to stop that.
I just
and
think-
then the floor is just going to open up for the likes of Amir Abbasi, Ahmed Saleh, Ilyas, Khalid and Hassan. Those shooters. They actually have decent shooters too.
Well,
Huh?
they have,
Yeah.
like they don't.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
so-
Like, it's gonna be a very different role. Like, typically, like Mana's team is like, alright, bro, Mana go get 30 and 20. But I don't think Mana even has to get 30
He doesn't.
and 20.
He really doesn't. I don't think he will with this
Like,
team.
he could get like 15 and 15 and like 5 or 6.
I think
like-
more than anything, him being a paint presence this season for this team is going to be the most effective thing.
Like, just off of rebounds and kickouts, like
Yeah.
Mana could get 6 assists.
Yep.
Easily.
Yep.
So,
This will be one of the better
the
teams.
team has a lot of talent.
Yeah.
Bro. Like, you got. This team has 8 players that are good basketball players.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
competent. So, like, they're going to be solid.
Yep.
And, well, they have 8 and then Ilyas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ilyas is gone.
Because, you
Fell
know,
off
when
the
you
map.
put any pressure on Ilyas.
Yep.
Wait.
All that. Yep. All right. Next team. Weiss Fruh is
With
back,
Weiss.
and his team will be representing Sabra. All right. Weiss.
So, Muhammad Adam,
That's Modiq.
Modiq, Ahmed
Ahmed
Sayyad.
Sayyad. He's played, I think, one
Was
season
that?
before. I'm not really sure.
Okay. Then
Um,
we get to the problem here.
Yes.
Allegedly,
Free agent. Oh, not free agent. New player.
Ty Jackson is a
Filthy.
demon on the court.
Yeah.
Like, allegedly, he's dropping 40 in other leagues.
Allegedly, he
I've-
will be on the same tier as,
Abdul
dare I
Hadi,
say it, yep.
LeBron. I've heard from sources that he's like the dirtiest hooper that somebody's ever played with.
And somehow around my height.
I've heard from
wow.
other sources that like this dude is literally the fastest, most athletic, averaged 40 in BBL. So
You know what Weiss is doing, bro.
you know what he's doing. He's trying to break the system, just like he broke it with P Brown.
Every time. And guess who's on the team?
And
P.
he has,
Brown.
and he has P Brown. And obviously he has Raza, Mo Masri, Sadat. These guys are just like this with Weiss.
Yeah.
Like,
They're
this
not
is
leaving.
like, does
No
Tawfiq have
betrayals.
facial hair? Yeah. And does Weiss have Raza and Sadat and Mo Masri on his team? Yeah. Like, this has been happening since like the beginning of times at this point.
Alright, so without a doubt, this team is running through Ty Jackson. Alright.
From what we heard,
Yes.
still have never watched him
Still,
play.
without a doubt. I mean, I've seen some clips on Instagram.
And we know Pete Brown is a joke.
Yeah.
Because he's like,
But Pete Brown is not very ball dominant. So
Nope.
yeah, so so it's gonna be them two, and then you have Mo Masri on the side. So
but like, bro, Ty Jackson, Pete Brown, pick and roll. You have Mo Masri on the side,
it's
and then
extremely scary.
somehow Raza always remembers how to play basketball when he
With-
plays with
with
Weiss.
them.
When he plays with other people, it's like he does it on purpose, and he's like, "Yeah, no, it's B. I don't really want."
But I will say, if he comes back to that, if he does that actually, because it's been like 2 seasons since he hasn't. If he actually does that, then this team will be top 3.
The thing is, like, if they get out in transition, and Ty Jackson is as good as we say Ty Jackson is, and Raza in transition, doesn't matter what Raza is. In transition, he's very good.
True.
And then you got Pete Brown, and then you got Mo Masri. Like, the team's gonna be a squad, bro.
Yeah.
And Pete Brown is probably the biggest dude in the league.
Weiss, we hate you, bro. Enough of this, bro.
Uh,
Let us all have fun.
Yeah, yo, Weiss. Like, seriously though. Can you play some minutes this season?
Oh,
Like,
word.
Can we get like 5 to 10 minutes out of you a game?
Word.
Because
at least one shot a game.
I saw, for sources, Ed's gonna kill me that I said this, but allegedly in the ABA championship, Ed gets a chance for a buzzer beater, and guess who gets the block?
Wait. They're versing each other?
Weiss Fruh, Schweitz brother.
No
Crown.
shot. No shot.
And Weiss, and
No
that led to
way.
the win.
No.
So I literally saw Weiss is the champion of the ABA league. So that means he's more than capable
Wow.
of playing. So I'd like to see 5 to 10 minutes of my boy Weiss.
Wow.
But yeah,
Very
bro,
shocked.
you know what you get from Weiss's team. You get like 8-2 record in the in the playoffs.
Yep. All right.
So you choke job.
All right. Next team. So this is 2. Yeah. No, there's 3. 3 teams. Okay. So the next team is Farsan Abbasi is the captain. So that's my brother. They will be representing
This is
Saffa.
like literally
Yes.
all of Amar Abbasi's like big brothers and father figures on the team, basically.
All right, relax, bro.
Amdi Saleh, Islam Abbasi, Wehdat Team, and Farsan. Basically, all his big brothers, like what's it called, family lineage and not family lineage. So basically, on this team.
Okay, well, so Farsan Jawad, Ramzi, Islam, Ra'id Saleh is back. T-Mac, Tariq Kawi, one of the biggest
Another
human beings
wall
I've
of
ever
a
seen.
man.
Yeah, that is a hayat, عن جد. That is a wall.
Ahmed Asfour,
Ahmed
also
Asfour.
probably top 5 coolest names in the league.
And Ali Sufyan.
I forgot they have
He's back. Yep, he's back and better than ever. So, I
He's been
mean,
hoping too.
this team is just when I look at it first glance, they don't really, outside of Ali Sufyan, they don't really have like that big
Big.
yeah, that star big or yeah, for that matter. But so this team is gonna run a lot. First of all, defense. I know without a doubt. When you see Abbasi in the team, they're gonna be all about defense. They're gonna try and come and play defense.
Well, basically that means, guys, it's gonna be mad boring to watch this team. So don't watch them. If you want entertainment, Warriors type basketball, you know who to
That's
watch.
why you're casual, bro. Teams like yours will never win because of that, right? Defense wins championships.
You want to watch?
You want to watch
a
a championship team.
New
You
York
want to
90s,
learn how to be better.
The New York Knicks
you
in
watch
the
this team.
'90s with Oakley and Ewing. You could watch this.
All
team,
right, bro.
Um,
But so the issue is gonna not the issue. The glaring question I'll say is gonna be
Who's
where
the
the
guard
offense.
that's gonna run through?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely gonna be my brother with Islam without a doubt.
Well, I think this is
Running
a
the
chance
one.
for Joed Tamimi to really
For sure.
assert himself as
Yes, because
not the main scorer, because I think Ali Sufyan is gonna get his 18 to 20 points.
I
could
agree.
say.
I agree.
But like,
But this team is
Joed-
going to create for him. Him and Ra'id are going to be the only and Fasan obviously are going to be the only other guys that could really score like that. So I'm telling you right now, they're going to do their best to create for their scorers. So
Yeah.
I'm actually really interested to see how this team
And
comes
then
out.
like Fursan has had games where he has still
Exactly.
15 to 17, but like Fursan, Jawad, Islam, Ali Sufyan, Ra'id, Tariq, like you have people that have played MB before. You have smart basketball players, especially like the two Abbasis, Ramzi, Jawad, and Ra'id. They've been playing in MB for maybe 5 or 7 years.
And Ramzi, bro. Show him
I
some
added
love,
them.
bro.
I added
Did
them.
you? Okay, I didn't hear you say it.
Been on his goal. But yeah, I think lack of scoring might be a little bit of an issue, but you never know. Like Ali Sufyan showed us that when Ali Hassan was out last year, that he could definitely carry a load and average 20 to 30 points a game. So if the team is going to be centered around him and he's able to get Joad some open shots and Fursan some open shots and Islam some open shots, and Raid is very underrated. We keep not talking about him, but
Didn't he win
last
MIP,
year,
most improved player?
he was the second best player on the team after Mana. So team has some dogs.
This team, I could see it from now. Snap is going to do his best to reach into his bag and try to create for everyone, in every way possible. Setting screens, not himself, getting the team. This is going to be like a coached team. I feel like it's going to end up being that way. I mean, in terms of talent, they're not the best, but they could definitely be one of the top teams if they work together well. All right, next team.
Speaking of brother
Ed
on brother
Farouk
crime,
representing Shatila.
you have Ed Farouk and Afe competing for the second leading scorer in
Yep.
MB history. So does that mean Ed's gonna go back to straight 25 shots a game? The world will never know. Especially last season.
He might need to, honestly.
Last season he didn't get to shoot that much. So did he create this team literally just for stat padding? Possibly. You have Hussamuddin Kurkis, who was probably the first or second best free agent on the list, and they got him.
They got him.
Hafiz, who is
big impact there.
literally I'm forgetting the name, but the pit in Batman where the guy just becomes younger and is still able to play. Hafiz is like that. He's I think he's in his late 40s and he's still hooping.
I mean, what's
So-
that get? I mean, he definitely still hooping though. Tariq Yassin, I'm pretty sure played a while ago. I don't know who he is though.
Oh, and then you got MB GOAT,
Farhad
Farhad
Babari. You know he's back. He's
Tom
back
Brady,
better than ever.
LeBron.
50, pushing 50.
How old is he actually?
I
I
don't
think
know.
43 or 44.
I think the joke was
but
52 though.
He's one of the best players in the league, probably still.
He's gonna bring it back. Sejad Kiam, that's my boy from high school. I'm very interested to see how he's gonna.
If
end up
you have
playing.
any relation towards Omar, you're garbage. So I'm not even gonna talk about you, Sejan. Farhad Saleh, shooter, can get hot, and owns KP, so that's the GOAT.
Yes, sir.
Not even gonna try to pronounce your last name,
Penny.
brother. But
he's played. We know. He
I
plays.
remember him.
He's
Yeah.
actually
Nice point
very
guard,
underrated.
very good defender,
Yeah.
smart basketball player.
Yeah. He brings it. He brings it to the.
I don't really know what to say about this team. Farhad is Farhad. He's gonna do Farhad things. I'm
It's gonna
seeing
run
a
through.
very glaring lack of talent other than Farhad. Though.
Yeah, there isn't much talent. I mean, it's gonna be
I hope
Sajad. You better somehow reach into your freshman.
like
bag.
Ed's gonna get buckets. Like
Uh,
Ed's gonna get his threes. Like,
Hassam,
he's gonna
they're-
make his threes.
They're gonna need to get Hassam.
They're gonna need a lot of
big role
yeah,
on this team.
They're gonna need a lot of big role from Hassam. They're gonna need Hafiz to hit his threes. They're gonna need a lot of people to hit their threes because there's gonna be a lot of doubling and tripling on Farhad Bouhouthi. That's what we're gonna say.
That's what I'm playing.
And he's more than capable of still scoring 30 on the triple team.
True. It's just a matter of percentages.
But Farhad's 30 is not gonna be enough. You need
Yep.
50 to 60 points in a game.
Yep.
Is that it?
That's Shatila, and there's
No.
one more. Yaffa.
Yeah.
Yaffa. Hamza Shah, newcomer.
You guys want to talk about highlights like Warriors?
Oh my God, man.
The Guard Me squad coming. First, the highlight name Abdul Muttalib Popal
He's
dropped
back.
60. Must see TV for MB.
So just in case no one knew, that 60 points is the record for the single game points.
Yeah,
Continue on.
I mean, I don't know if he's still the best scorer in the league because word on the street is he got married, and marriage curse usually like takes down some of the skills,
Yeah.
But he's got obviously his brother Mohammed Popal with him. That's his running mate. He's
Mhm.
got
There's a few names that we're not exactly sure.
I do not know who Ismail Shah is. I believe. or-
Neither do I.
So okay, I know the guy as Swish. That's what I know him as. I don't know if his actual name is Ishaq or Ismail Shah, but he's a very, very good basketball player. And I've heard from other people that have played with him because he's more in the Central Jersey area that he's very, very solid. So if he's on the same level as what everybody's telling me, like is that elite talent of MB, then him and Popal are gonna be a very disgusting duo to guard because they could both give you 20 to 30 points at a given night, especially if Popal is the same Popal that we expect Popal to be.
Yeah.
Then you also have Hamza Shah, who I think is his brother, who I've also seen play a couple times. Also very, very solid. And so there's two Abdul Popals, or is that a mistake?
No, there is. So this is Abdul Malik Popal, and that's Abdul Muttalib Popal.
Can
They're
I
both
get
AMP.
Shway's creativity on the name, fellas. The only thing is, I know 5 of the 7 players on this team, I think. I don't see anybody over 6 feet tall. So I'm
I
assuming
couldn't tell you.
one of these dudes is a big. But I know for a fact what you're getting from this team is you're getting 3 very, very skilled basketball players that can all put the ball in the basket. So
It's gonna be that powerhouse, and it's up to every other team to try their best to slow them down. If they can.
But if they don't have a big, that's a little worrisome. Like if everybody's under 6 foot, but there's no way they have nobody that's like over 6'2".
I couldn't tell you.
Because like, Popal's like 5'10", his brother's like 5'9", and then Ishaq and Hamza. I'm assuming those are the 2 brothers. Like Ishaq's probably like 6 foot, and Hamza's probably like 5'9". So like I don't see any bigs. But and they all play like guards. But I mean, they're the Guard Me squad. Like you could type them up on Instagram. They're hoopers. So yeah.
All right, that is.
So typically we do like record predictions,
Yeah.
but we don't know like half of the teams. So you have to give us like a couple of weeks, and then after that we'll give you guys a record prediction.
We'll try our best to bring.
Obviously, my team's gonna go 9-0. Almost team's gonna go 0-9, but those are givens. But other than that, I couldn't really tell you.
See me. What was it? Week 7? Week 8? See me then, bro. See me then.
But we are gonna go through the schedule
prediction
for
week one. We're
predictions.
gonna do our best to predict on your phone. Unless you got on. Oh, you did. Yeah. All right, bro. So.
Sorry, fellas, right? Technical difficulties.
Yep. All right. We're here.
Okay, so court 1, 7:30. Qalqilya, which is the Yanis's, versus Bireh, which is my team.
Shwayet clash between the teammates, huh?
So if you guys didn't know, me, Musa, and Shafiq, and me were all on the same team. Last year we won the chip. Me and Musa have been on a couple teams together. We've been boys since we were like in high school. And we actually went to the chip together, me, him, and Shafiq also a couple years ago too. So, we're pretty familiar with each other. I don't want to say this is going to be game of the week because I don't know any of the other teams.
This is game of the week.
But like,
This is game of the week.
Look, like if you guys want like some must-see television, there's gonna be some chirping, there's gonna be some talking,
You know we're gonna get into it. You got a lot of high-level basketball players on the team. You also have there's some past history because Mohammed Zubaydi and Shafiq and Amir lost to Hobby, Yahya, Hobby, Musa, and Jay in the Ball for Barakah tournament 3-on-3, and it was like a 12-11 game. So everybody's pretty familiar with each other's games. You know, you got some of the best players in the league playing, Musa, Shafiq. Like, it's going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be very, very fun.
It's going to be very entertaining. Very entertaining. It's going to be a lot of noise. There's going to be a big huddle around that court.
Expect some trash talking. Expect some,
There will definitely be trash talking.
Expect some not very good things to be said. Inshallah, no, but, you know.
Do your best to keep it PG, please.
But it's going to be
Muslimin.
It's going to be an amazing game. So.
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously I'm taking NBA. So, Tawfiq Hamza.
This is actually, in the return. Like, why do we get this game as the first game to predict back? Honestly, it's gonna be very hard. It's so hard to predict without seeing it.
Omar has never seen Mohammed Zubaydi play, and Mohammed Zubaydi is supposed to be like our best player or top 2 player.
All right.
So
well, this is what I'll say. I'm gonna have to stand by like what I believed going into the season, just cause I don't know. I might be rooting for Qalqilya here, aka the Yanis's. I might be rooting for him.
Hate drives me.
But that's in terms of rooting. The prediction, I honestly, I like one of the best starting fives. I think in my mind they are the best starting 5 in the league, and I gotta roll with them. I don't know who Ansumane Kande is, but I mean, I just gotta wait and see. I just gotta wait and see. This prediction means almost nothing, but I'm probably rooting for Qalqilya. All right, next game, 7:30 court 2. So we have Gaza
Qibya.
at Qibya.
Qibya is obviously me and Omar's favorite team in the league, fan favorites. And you also have Gaza, Coach Amal Mustafa, Karim Azarka. Could K and I make an appearance this early in the league?
Nah, no need. No need. Nah,
Still early.
Too early.
Holiday season right now.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna
He's
come
waiting
in
till after
more
New
than
Year.
January.
After New Year. Yeah.
New year, new me.
Yep.
You know what K and I does.
Do we need a new him?
So I've heard from like alleged sources that there might be some players missing in this game.
Oh, Singer. I've heard Singer.
I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to like ruin the game.
Does not matter.
Singer is like notoriously known for missing every single season opener.
Work kills him.
Allah yajzih khair. I mean, Mahrouz and Joe Capone.
Be so serious right now.
I do hope. What's it called? I hope Adil and Mahrouz could be a pretty fire matchup, and I hope Nader guards Joe Capone, and I hope we get to see like
with
the stars
Singer,
play against
with Singer gone, it could be pretty.
Could be very interesting.
But I still got.
I'm gonna take Gaza by a little bit though.
Still got.
But Abdul Qadir Basha, 12 points. You ready the first? Over under.
All right. Next game. Yours truly, we're here. So Jerusalem.
Do you know how he was talking about defense? You got Yaffa versus Jerusalem.
Here we go.
We're gonna test out the defense.
We're gonna test out.
Because
we're gonna test out. Yeah, you're right. We're gonna test out the defense.
We're gonna test out how good this defense is. And we're gonna test out how
the
good
AMPs. Welcome to the league. Welcome back.
We're gonna test out how good their legs are because Mustafa Abbasi, Amir Charkis, and Jean, start stretching.
We're bringing the energy. We're bringing the defense. I won't predict my game.
You got Popal, you got Ishaq, you got Hamza, you got not Abdul Muttalib, what's his name? Abdul Malik. Oh, these are some Sheb names, guys. Bro, I'm obviously gonna be a hater.
Loser, bro. Like I think his team's good. No objectivity here.
He's
bro.
giving him 40.
No objectivity
and
here, bro.
Ishaq is giving him another 40.
Come on, bro. What's
and
more
then
likely?
Mohammed Popal
What's more
is giving him 40.
Wait, what's more likely? AMP comes back and drops 40 back where he left off, or I lock him up. Well, not I lock him up. The team locked him up.
I'm gonna take Jerusalem just because.
Thank you.
I don't know who the rest of Popal's squad is, and if they're actually that small, it's a little worrisome. But yeah, I'm gonna take Jerusalem just because they know how to play with each other.
Just because Lil O's on the team. Thank you very much.
And I'm not gonna lie, I don't think anybody can guard Amir Charkis in the league. So
that's valid.
That's basically it.
That's valid.
I think if they don't know how Omar Abbasi plays, he'll get off to
I can't shoot
at least 3 to 4 threes before he even
shoot
starts.
at all.
I just think the first week is a hard prediction because everybody's feeling each other out. So yeah, that's it.
Jerusalem. Well, I don't know, baby. All right, Bethlehem Bethlehem
Oh baby.
versus
Abdelhadi versus Hassan and
Mahdi. So we got the two Bethlehem. So we got the Lahem and the Knafe. Okay.
So the last time Abdelhadi played in the league, Hassan and you beat him in the chip.
In the chip, yes. That was
Oh
his
my
most recent
god, you
memory.
guys are about to get 80 balls. The gifts he's about to give you guys is crazy.
Oh man, I actually can't wait. This is
Hassan
gonna be
might
so fun
retire
to
from the
watch.
league after what
This
he
is
did.
gonna be. This might be game of the week outside of your game. We'll get to the other games. Wow. Wow. So we have, okay, let's try to break it down really quickly. So you have Hassan, Mahdi, Gob, Ahmed Abid versus
The Zubi
Abdul Hadi,
brothers.
the Zubi brothers, and
Moamin.
Moamin.
It's kind of even. I mean,
It's pretty even.
look, like, as much as we like to joke about it, like, Hassan is easily, like, a top 5 player in the league. And, like, he's a very, very good defender. The only thing is, like, I don't know how the Abdul Hadi defense is going to work. Like, are they going to put Mahdi on Abdul Hadi and then have Hassan help on Abdul Hadi? Like, I'd like to see, like, how
No,
that
they definitely
plays
have to
out.
put. They have to put. What's his face on him?
Ahmed Abid?
No.
Hassan?
No, man.
Mahdi.
Heaney, bro. Just to be a pest. Just to the
Maybe,
energy.
yeah, you could put him on it too. But
have
the
like
thing is, like,
Mahdi help.
but if Abdul Hadi doesn't bring up the ball and it's literally just, like, in the post, he's just going to look right over him. So I don't know what's
Mahdi will
happen.
come double.
Maybe.
I don't know what they're gonna end up doing, but
I think this game is gonna come down to the wire.
look,
Like, it's gonna be very interesting. Like, I think we're sleeping on Nablus a little bit, and obviously we hear Hassan and Mahdi and we think like, khalas, it's gonna be done because they got 2 amazing players. I think for the first couple of weeks, Bethlehem is gonna have to, like, you know, figure it out a little bit.
no, but see, that's what I was gonna say. So I think I'm not. I don't think I'm underrating. Well, we don't have anything to underrate yet, but I don't think I'm underrating Nablus at all. If I'm looking at it in terms of talent and whatnot, I would give it to Nablus overall. But I feel like Hassan and Mahdi and that
The only
those,
thing
those
is,
guys are
Nablus
tight together. They know what they're
defensively,
doing.
I don't know how they're gonna guard. Like, I guess
That's
Nablus-
true. That is true. I think I'm leaning.
Like,
Bethlehem
who's guarding
here.
Hassan?
I think I'm reading Bethlehem here.
Who's guarding Hassan?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. It's
The only thing is that me and you are not thinking about. Abada doesn't know Hassan how he plays.
what did Obada do the last time he versed Abdul Hadi? Nah, they have Hassan.
I'm just saying, like, if anybody knows how
Hassan,
Hassan,
watch out.
if anybody knows how Hassan plays, it's Abada.
Yeah.
So, like, could Abada, like, frustrate Hassan to the point where he's like, yo, you guys just triple team Hassan and just make somebody else score?
Yeah,
Maybe.
possible.
I don't know. I'm gonna take Hassan and Mahdi.
Me too.
So yeah.
Close game though. This is outside of his game of the week. So 2 game of the weeks. Games of the week. Next game, 8:30 court 2.
We get Zayn versus fake Zayn first game. Wow. Yo, Zayn.
Yo, Zayn.
Zayn,
You
stay
better
strong
step
for
up,
the
bro.
MB people, bro.
So
You
this is-
better find this foo-foo Zayn and be like, yo,
Learn
you're
your
not
place.
taking my name.
Nope. Zayn is
But,
still. People keep forgetting. It's not. It hasn't reached his 30s yet.
Yeah, still in his prime.
Yeah, still in his prime.
So
So this is Baysan versus Khalil Suhaib's team versus Hasnan's team.
we can't really predict this game because me and I'm gonna know nobody about
On
Khalil.
Khalil. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Ali Beige is gonna drop 25 just because I like his name that much. But
I loved Suhaib's team, so just because I loved their team and how they, just how they're so like the roles are perfect.
just to show some support for the Shabab, I'm taking fake Zayn.
I'm taking.
Sorry,
Baysan.
whatever your name is, the Afzal brothers
Yeah.
and Ali Beige and Hasnan.
Come tell us how to say your names,
Yeah,
please.
once we see
That's
you guys
it.
week 1, you know,
Yeah.
get to know us.
Thank
please.
you very much. Next game, so we have Jenin Ghani versus Saffa for San Abbasi. Wow, this is actually a good
Kind
game.
of an
I
interesting
think, yeah, this is a really interesting game. I like this. I feel like they both
So you got
I lo-
Sufyan and Jake. And
both get to
yeah,
mesh into the season.
I think Ian Felix is gonna have a tough time because you're gonna have Joad, Islam, and Fusan, and a couple of tough switches there. Wow, I actually don't know who. to pick
Yeah, I
this.
really don't know how to pick either. Shoot, bro.
Who else do they have?
Who? Who?
Rayan, and they have
Modayan, Jake, Raj.
They have Patel.
Yeah, Raj
They
Patel.
have- Interesting. The only thing that's scaring me, that wants me to take Abdul Ghani's team, is I think the first week, Saffa might struggle with some scoring. Like, I feel like Abdul Ghani's team, if they get hot, they could get out to like a little bit of a lead, and I don't know if Saffa's could come back from the lead. That's the only thing. So I'm gonna take Hamad Abdul Ghani's team, Jenin, by like 6.
Honestly, I have no idea how to predict.
Oh, also, and like for the other ones that we don't know, I'm gonna take Omar's team by 8, and I'm gonna take Hassan Shaban by 6. Also,
I'll agree. Whatever. Too late for the point for me at this point. I'm gonna beyond that. Okay, so Saffa, Jenin. Yeah, Allah, that's it, bro. This one's hard. Just because they're family. Saffa.
said no bias.
No bias, bro. I don't know what to think, bro.
Wehdat versus
By
Ramla.
half a point, I don't know.
Okay.
Wehdat, Ayam Faraj versus
Unfortunately,
Ramla.
this looks like it could be a landslide. But I also don't know anybody on Yamin Faraj's team.
Yeah, man.
So I don't want to be disrespectful.
I haven't seen
Yemen,
Yamin,
I
bro.
apologize. Yemen, also come find me first week. I need to apologize. But
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
definitely
look,
the
bro.
favorite here is definitely going to be Ramla.
Shazay, man,
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Hassan play. And I don't know anybody on Yemen's team.
It's going to be so much easier for us to vote for that team because we know who they are and we
Exactly.
know they're a very good team. So, yeah, we're going to have to go Ramla by
But-
round 10.
If you guys want to accomplish something, box out Mana.
Keep
please.
them to below 15 rebounds.
And that's a win.
Yep.
Um,
All right, Shatila versus Areeha. So, Amr Abbasi Bigo versus Ed.
wow. Talk about arthritis bowl over here. The average age of this
Hey,
game
I
is
think
probably, like,
this
in
plays
the
right
30s.
into the Big O playstyle. The Areeha if a half court get the
Yeah.
ball moving type of offense. I think I'd definitely go Areeha here. But
Wow, there's gonna be a lot of what's it called?
a
They
lot
might
of
have,
leaning
like-
over, grabbing the
They
back.
might have some tea or some chai after this game or something. And it's 9:30. Haram, you guys did that to them. They got work tomorrow.
I think they both actually requested.
They
late
have
games.
kids.
I think they both requested late games. But who you got?
You took Areeha.
Yeah, I got Areeha.
I think Farhad alone can win Shatila the game, so I'm gonna take Shatila.
But if he's coming back at Ed, it's like the perfect thing, bro.
That's giving them buckets.
See, Kamish. I heard he was in probably in California again or something.
Obviously. Yeah. Yeah, he's in the lab.
All right, last game of the week would be Sabra versus Haifa. So Kareem Ahmed versus Weiss Fru. I think it's pretty obvious who we're gonna take here.
We can't really say
We just-
anything.
we did a
until
lot of
see
gassing up,
Freaking
so-
Kobe play.
Yeah.
So like, if Ty Jackson is actually Kobe or LeBron, then it's.
What are we gonna do?
And also, I don't really know who Haifa has to guard him because like we said, they're kind of in that like weird range. So like, if he is this like super quick, super fast guard, they don't really have anybody that like I feel like can give him trouble.
So I mean, Haifa's like we talked about them. I think they're gonna give a fight regardless.
And the lack of
But-
shooting scares me a little bit for Haifa, but wait, do they have lack of shooting? Yeah, Ahmad Hussein.
Honestly, I
That's it,
think
really.
Sabra is the worst one of the worst matchups with Pete Brown, some of the 6'7" giant or whatever he is, and Ty Jackson, a speedy, fast, could do everything guard.
Yeah. And word on the street is Weiss probably like slid Kareem a 20 before the game and was like, "Yo, could you let us win this game, please?" So I don't know, bro.
Can you please confirm?
I'm gonna take Sabra, and
Yeah,
that's it.
that is it for the first podcast of this season, preseason podcast. We're probably wrong about everything, so don't kill us. Week 1, hopefully Hassan's
And
back.
for all the newcomers, if you have any suggestions, anything you
Yeah.
like, anything you dislike, please let us know. And we hope to meet you guys soon, inshallah.
Wednesday, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Salam.